And Athena is definitely possible. Sorlag is possible. But when we still got like BJs, Nitrino's got Death Knight on Ruins. Okay, then if we get the Ruins, Enesy's really got a chance to win. IMHO. And BJ. So BJ for Enesy. I think that Enesy's got a big advantage if we get to Ruins. I think Molten. I don't know. This seems pretty close on the first couple of maps. I'd maybe give Nitrino a slight edge, but if we can get over to the third map, I think Enesy wins it. But then again, limited experience that Enesy has, so I'm curious what's going to happen. I have had a hot chocolate here, ready and waiting for me. Let's do this. Kappa. And hopefully we don't get those weird lags that were happening before. I really hope that doesn't happen on the QPL stream tomorrow. Is the bracket link correct? Let's click. I'm going to click it and find out. It should be. It should be. Pajastra updated it, so.
Prepare to fight.
Yeah, this is.
Round begins.
Wait, is it right? No, it's not right.
3, 2, 1.
Some of the rights. If you do ! Bracket, not brackets. Anyway, we begin this game. We are on Nitrino to start with. You had 2 practices with who earlier, Deep Six? I will not be commentating QPL tomorrow. It will be... Oh, here we go. There's no gentleman's agreement here. Are both working? Okay. Oh, really, dude? You're beating an S? Okay, sick. Are you still in the tournament, Deep Six? Tomorrow is going to be Jackie and Ketchup. I'm like 95% certain about that. Enesy's just hit a crap load of... He just hit a crap load of LG. 53% plus that tasty little rail right at the end. Oh, you're still in round of 16. Alright, nice, Deep Six. Good shit. So, Jackie is the person that I was casting with the last couple of times. In case we're still remembering names. You're a little bit lucky there, and I see 87 health available. It's a dangerous place to be in. And also dangerous still. Jackie's a really good friend to cast with, actually. I enjoyed working with him a lot. And next time I'm casting... I believe the rest of the times I am casting QPL, I will be with Jackie. Nitrino kind of just messed Enesy up just then. Enesy's not always ready for the antics, but Nitrino's just giving up rail angles, and Enesy's hitting them like they're nothing. 3 back-to-back. There's a mega health. I think he's just heard him up at the rocket spawn. Yeah, it's a really nice, positive, fun stream with Jackie. And I think like the more that he's doing Quake, the kind of more he's going to get used to the game as well. But just like everyone else, we know that a lot of casters that have come into it have had to do the same. My fans have really had to switch back over to the LG. No, 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 no. Oh my god, you're lucky that Nitrino's suicidal, because you didn't deserve that kill in my opinion. You really need to find some totems somewhere. This is the one thing that could bite Enesy in the backside. Oh my god. So he's going to get mega health. He's got a little bit of extra LG ammo. And Nitrino's put up so many totems that one of them has kind of fallen away. Oof. I mean, Enesy's LG definitely seems better than Nitrino's. But Nitrino's much more solid in terms of right weapon, right moment, and so on. But he keeps doing that! He keeps doing it. It's really annoying me. Like, I'm genuinely the tilted right now because of this shit. He's managed to find a couple of totems to get rid of her, even if he face planted one. It's helping him a lot. He's got to watch out now, unless he's stacked up a bit. Sorry, Nitrino's stacked up a bit. Mega's going to be up in 1 second. He can't hold off to that. Nitrino bullies his way in, and he's now on 3-6, 420 into the game. Lovely finishing rail there. Nitrino's still got to play pretty damn solid to get where he wants to. And he can't push that angle because he's railable. So Nitrino, he can challenge on the mega health, but I think it's going to be very hard for him to actually pick it up, even if he is outstacking him. Enesy? Enesy? What are you doing? What are you doing? I like Enesy. Honestly, what he needs is probably another 300 or 400 duels, and it will transform him. Like, be twice as powerful. Holy shit! The damage that he does is just insane. Like his output is crazy. Is really, really, really crazy. Honestly, like Enesy can be the next CIS. If he puts in the work. Like, you can have a clan arena background and be successful, as we've seen from CIS. The only thing that's stopping CIS being more successful is his decisions to drink before top 8 section of a tournament. Otherwise, CIS would already be, I reckon... I reckon he had a chance of, like, top 4 on PGR at least. So if Enesy can, like, make better decisions than that, he can surpass CIS. It's not even just, like, his LG that's good. It's, like, all his weapons have been shown to be decent. He just sometimes picks them at funny moments. Dude, did you not see that in front of you? Maybe it's because we had X-ray and it was easier for us. But I'm pretty sure... Actually, maybe with X-ray you can't see... No, you won't be able to see enemy totems with just your piercing sight, right? So maybe... Never mind. I take back my anger and frustrations. And you're still a wonderful person, Enesy. I'm pretty sure that totem up sort of near shotgun has been there forever. Did Enesy play past challenges? Yeah, we saw him beating Buckster in week 2, actually. Which was a real surprise result. Like, that was the first time I'd ever watched Enesy. And the reason I did was because I've had a lot of experience playing against Enesy in Unholy Trinity. And I know that his aim is really, really good. Like, mechanically, incredibly sound player. And I decided that I wanted to see what he's like in duel. And we were not disappointed. But giving up angles there, that's almost as embarrassing as what Nitrino is doing. So it looks like Enesy's immersing himself more to the competitive environment. He was saying in chat earlier that, you know, he's only started duel in Quake Champions. And I didn't really think I saw him play much round limit. Oh my god. Nitrino somehow missed out on those rockets, but I think those totems are still up. Oh my god. Rail. The follow-up. This is disgusting. Please look. Oh, okay. He got rid of one of the totems. That's alright. He didn't get rid of the one through the other side. So it's 1 minute and 20 to get to the end. Nitrino clearly desperate at the moment, but he can't hit the rockets. And see, this is another thing where if you played a lot of Quake Live Clan Arena, and you play it to a high level, it's not just about hitting LG and rockets and rails, and mostly LG and rockets to be fair. It's about your dodging too. Like you can't get to high level Clan Arena without having really respectable dodging. So kind of all your combat skills get trained to an extent. Situational 1v1 stuff when you're looking at item control, map control, and so on makes it different. But when you're actually just in a head-to-head fight, you're incredibly combat trained to deal with that. So this is Nitrino's map pick, I think. Rail. I'm very curious about weapon stats at the end of this. Really aggressive game between these two champions. Like a Galena and Visor getting 24 kills on Molten. That's very weird. But they both seem happy to be aggressive. And Enesy is going to come out on top in this. Yeah, exactly, Shiko. So 1,000 more damage for Enesy. Item control is narrowly in Enesy's advantage. But, yes, high accuracies there that we're seeing. But if Enesy was playing Quick Live Clan Arena with Alb and Sirius, then I imagine he's probably got in excess of 8,000 hours in Clan Arena. Which is a lot, by the way. Which is a really decent amount. Especially if, like, if he was even playing 60% the amount Sirius was, he's going to have a lot of hours. Whereas Nitrino, he's played a lot more duel than Enesy, and you can kind of tell. It doesn't really show so much. Like for a decent amount of Quake champions, Nitrino was a bit more tame. Something about him took him into like the realms of just super aggression. I don't know. I don't really know why, because I don't think he was that aggressive in Quake Live. Honestly, like, if you become very good with one mouse and you change mouse, it's not suddenly going to make you better. You might feel better, it might feel more comfortable for you. Maybe you'll get an extra couple of % efficiency. But then, like, if you're hitting 40% LG and you're getting 1% better results, 1% better isn't, oh, now you're getting 41% LG. You're getting 1% of 40%, which is 0.16% or something like that. I don't know. Don't do maths live on stream, guys. Don't do maths live on stream. We move into map 2, guys. It's Nitrino versus Enesy. We are on Blood Run, and we're going to watch Nitrino off the start because he's got stroke. 2.5? It's not 2.5, is it? Oh, maybe you're right. Never do maths live on stream, guys. It's too stressful. Enesy's still gunning for it. But you got peeked, buddy. 1% of... Yeah, okay, so I wasn't that far. Is that 2.5? It can't be. It cannot be. Enesy's tying it up so damn fast afterwards. How did I not get those? 1% or 0.4? I'm actually, my mind is blown. And that's the number I went to first, but I thought, no, 0.04, but I got to times it by 4, and I just... Alright, Enesy didn't actually just charge right in. There's progress being made here. Turret. Oh, the turret wins! We've got Enesy back in. Oh, and he's found rockets. He can find himself rail in a moment. That does hurt quite a lot, actually. Well, the rockets hurt a lot. The Pika was slightly painful. Oh, what? I don't think you wanted to drop there. This is not what you wanted to do, Nitrino. I heard a slide moving it into Enesy then. I think the slide's back up. Well, he wants more rocket ammo, but he's doing it at the cost of being at heavy. He's right next to you. Did you not see his gun? Oh. Oh, oh my god, they're actually playing chicken with each other? That's disgusting. The thing is, Nitrino's actually got really good combat skills himself. As we can see now. Observe as he connects the direct rockets into Enesy's spleen. This Mega Health's not up for a long time. But see, the amount of damage that Enesy's doing, despite being so outstacked, it's a pretty impressive amount of damage that he does. But he's just not making otherwise dual decisions on Blood Run. The thing is, Blood Run's very specialist. You need... Oh, that's horrible. You need experience not just as a dueler, but you need a lot of experience on this map. Because there's just a lot of things that you just shouldn't be doing, especially versus someone who's got experience like Nitrino. If I could, like, pause this game, then I'd love to go into some of that. Like the way that sometimes, if Enesy dies and he wants to go and get the LG, but you want to get yourself a weapon off the spawn, like that's one of the hot spots that you kind of go to straight away in order to block off those weapons. You kind of position yourself a little bit towards the rockets. Nice little mid-air on there. Oh no! You can't do that. You kind of position yourself towards the rockets so that your opponent doesn't spawn there, and then you maybe will be able to block them off over the LG. Now, you don't have to do it like that. You can try and force the spawn over at rockets, but if you don't want them to get any weapons, then it's usually a nice play to make. And then you can kind of read what they want, because, well, they either want the rockets, the rail, or the LG. So you have to be a little bit more slow, normally. Again, these kind of games, it's 8-5 for Christ's sake. Now, why is it 8-5? This is such a high-scoring Blood Run. And this is going to chase up for a kill, though. If he can get his timing on point, then he won't be looking too bad. Alright, so now he's got the trifecta. And a really good stack. Nitrino's actually got to watch out. I think he just spotted him. And well, Nitrino got crushed. He actually did an insane amount of damage with the nails. But look, it's immediately healed back up, feeling good. And found him down at the LG. That's a horrible place to get stuck at. Oh my god, the Pika does so much work for him. So much. I don't know why Nitrino dropped. Don't know why. It's one of the worst moves that I've seen. That's like something that I would do. That's bad. Oh. Wow, he hits the rocket and is like, I can commit off of this. Pretty gutsy. Pretty good. He needs to back away. He needs to hold on to some stack. So I hope that we can see a little bit of a defensive game for 30 seconds at least from Enesy. And show that he doesn't just want to fight. Shows that he can look after a low stack, do some out of control damage, and get himself back into control. But I think Nitrino slid up the stairs and made him very unaware that he was coming in that direction. Wow, that rocket was perfect. Had a little bit of that delayed Pika wall hack. It's a little bit sketchy at the moment though for Nitrino. Wow, 1 HP! I think holding up when they're heavy isn't spawning for a couple of seconds, also very dangerous, but Nitrino's not out of the woodwork yet. Wow, he actually hits a 100 damage rocket there. I think Nitrino just needs to defend this lead a little bit. Like, 2 minutes 20 is very possible to defend. Enesy should struggle a lot to come back. Some people got really mad when Ron did that in the QPL. I think it's hilarious. Unless there's like rule. The thing about Ron as well is that he's very good about finding out whether he's allowed to do stuff like this. Like, he's not a rule breaker. But if he's allowed to troll, then he'll do it. So Rafa was saying on Twitter that he believes it is intended by devs. I don't know if he knows categorically whether it is, but he said he felt that it was an intended part of the map. But a lot of people have been kind of agreeing or disagreeing. I'm inclined, after seeing a lot of the discussion, to think it isn't. But I could see absolutely why people would think it is, because it's just such like a weird thing to have. And that if you could see from the heavy back into secret, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, that could be a feature. Like a, I don't know, something weird to discover after a while. But apparently you can't see back into secret from heavy. So that leads me to think that it's, you know, more of a bug. But the thing is, I actually really like it, is the thing. I think it's a really a good part of the map. And I know, Rolly, you were also talking about it on Twitter, like, actually having a map feature. Oh, the pummel, man. Actually having a map feature there, maybe not too dissimilar to the greats that you have above mega health. Or 2 HP. You're not brave, Nitrino. You're not brave. You're not as brave as I thought you were. Having something there where you could kind of cut off the hiding that happens in secret would be kind of cool. Then you could get some like nice orb check. It would make probably Ranger even more powerful on this map, but still. Do exclamation mark bracket or brackets Dr. Drozd, and you should be able to find it. But we are 1 for 1 at the moment in this series, guys. It's heating up here. Oh, the winner goes versus Silent Sep. Let's go! Ranger can teleport through from secret into heavy, but you can't go around the other way. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. So DK versus Y. So I said if we get to Ruins, I think that Enesy has an advantage. We'll see if that's true. Out of all the QPL games that have happened, I believe only once has DK ever won a map. Out of like half a dozen times. Well, in fairness, ironic that that whole... Okay, so when we saw Zron do that trick, and he got a rocket, he landed a rocket on Kilson. The thing is, it didn't actually help him because he can't follow up from that. He can't suddenly move into that room straight away and challenge on items. So by the time Zron gets in there, Kilson's already picked up 225s and can position himself for the mega health or get towards the rockets for the lower light armor or something like that. It didn't actually do anything. The only way it would have helped is if he somehow fluked like a rocket to rail combo, because then the damage would have been significant enough. It's like, okay, sure, doing 100 damage helps, but it's negligible when you have nothing to follow up afterwards. It's delayed any push, but if items are just spawning, you're not going to push anyway, because then you could give those items up. And I think that Kilson still had a lead at that stage anyway. Okay, we had a fight up here, and Enesy just exploded. And Nitrino's just exploded. Oh, who are we going to? I want to, like, sit on a bloody player and stay there for a second. This is just, like, insane. These guys just want to LG each other. They're both hitting above 50%. Just abilities used all over the place. Health to get rid of the flames. Dual wheels definitely been helping Enesy at the moment. Oh, rail, so close. I'm also surprised that Enesy's not chasing over towards the heavy armor. He's just heard it. Flames don't affect him. Oh, but that rail's tasty. Very tasty rail from Nitrino. Oh my god. Oh, he misses the follow-up. Somehow Nitrino finds the angle. Goes towards one frag behind, but Enesy's already here at mega health. He's going to follow up. He's going in. Yes. Super nail gun out. Just heard it. Trying to figure out where was that angle. How quick can your reactions be? Really, really, really big stack on Enesy at the moment. And he knows exactly where Nitrino is. What do I think about Nitrino's pick? I think DK's still the weakest champion in the pool. Would have loved to have hit one of those. He needs to drop before he can come back out of the LG. Enesy's hitting really, really hard with the lightning gun, though. It's my favorite thing about Death Knight, the single best champion in the game. I mean, I think that Death Knight's cool. I just unfortunately don't think he's good. I think his like flames could do a bit more damage. Overcommitment there from Enesy. It made it so difficult for him to push back to go onto the mega health without taking even more damage. He got a little bit keen. Or I got a point to raise. Why does fire damage do the same as the acid? Okay, I guess it depends on like the acid. But it seems very arbitrary to make them do exactly the same damage to each other. Why can't the fire damage do 15 damage per tick, for instance? Oh my god. We get mega health, but that barely helps. Unless this is like, think of some acid or some chemical properties. Like, for some reason I'm thinking of cyanide, but I'm not thinking of cyanide. What am I thinking of? Like the proper acid that like ruins your skin. Which is like impressive that an animal can just vomit that up. But I find it very arbitrary that they do the same amount of damage. Why don't you do, 15 damage per tick, and it does like up to 150 damage. I think that could be a kind of cool little bump for DK to make him more viable. Hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, yeah, that kind of stuff, Zerkron, thank you. Enesy looks like he should be winning that fight, but there was a very, very sick rocket just then from Nitrino. Biased fire mage. Oh, Enesy finally finds the angle. He had just used the dual wield. Excuse me, guys. Gotta get to the health! No such luck. Sorry, I'm like muffling the sneeze so I don't acid spit all over the bloody monitor, okay? Nitrino's really hoping for an optimistic rocket there. Those rockets are so difficult to hit. I mean, they're the nicest rockets to land, but they're also by far the hardest. Woohoo! Such an exciting rail. Wow, okay. There's like a slight unawareness of where the opponent is sometimes with Enesy. Oh no, not that. He's got a chance to switch over. He's done good damage. There's the little Railerino. Now go, make haste, acquire items. Well, that was good damage. Oh, this is hot. Alright, I mean, seriously though. This has been such a weird game, in fairness. This has just been an... He's missing. Rail. Hit something. He's actually backing away and not wanting to fight. This is unprecedented, guys. Enesy taking leaps and bounds in his dual career, demonstrating that he's not just a potentially new and improved Sirius. He's a new and improved Clan Arena player. Got to make sure that I put on the mature rating on the stream. Oh man, you could have got through the teleporter if you rushed and healed up. This is still sketchy, man. 3 frags ahead, 2 minutes. Squeaky bum time. Just keep the high ground. Maintain high ground. Don't maintain high ground. Oh, maintain high ground. Oh, okay. Okay, that was a good outcome for Enesy because he's hitting rails and he's good at hitting rails. Impressive for Enesy to beat Nitrino there. I mean, he's not quite there. He's still a minute and a half to go. You never know what happens with these crazy guys. Fact is that Enesy's using the bloody tri-bolt for... Okay, he doesn't actually have any more rockets. Machine gun wouldn't have been bad. He's missing bloody everything. And he's putting himself into open map to get himself 50 armor. That often can be a mistake, but there's no punishment from Nitrino. Oh, he does hit a rocket and a half and a rail. And it's a 5 frag advantage. And I'm gonna put the certified
Warning.
stamp of approval GG on this game. Enesy beats Nitrino. And is going to move on to play Silence Up in the next round. So congrats there to Enesy. Continuing to impress us. It's nice to have some new blood doing good things, right? I am excited. I seriously think Uneasy can win Not Quite Column of proper trip. He's very vanilla in Duel, it feels like, but his combat skills are far from that. His combat skills are very, very sick. It's not really the type of combat skills like, it's not hyper flashy. It just seems, it reminds me a lot about Zron, but just a little bit more focused on combat than the rest of the game. Like, Zron's incredibly good all-rounder, but his combat skills are super, super sick. And to me, I kind of get the feeling that it's not show-offy at all. It's just bloody strong. I'm going to see if we can keep the lobby. Right, so I'm going to keep following Enesy. We've watched him for 2 games now. And Silence Up, the fact that he's going versus Silence Up next is really, really cool. Cypher's going up versus someone called I Was Are You? Don't know who that is. And down at the bottom, it's probably going to be Proximo versus CNZ. So I think we're really on the most exciting like path of games right now. And yeah, let's just keep on this run, right? Yeah, the winner of this upcoming game is going to go on to probably face Sirius. It looks like Deep 6 is going to go versus Sirius too. Yeah, Nitrino is out, guys. Enesy knocks out Nitrino. I am going to go for a quick break, though. I've been live straight for 2.25 hours. So,